Hey everyone, this is Jay. I want to demonstrate the 2014 NFL pool that I've made in Microsoft Excel. So there's two files here. I have a 64-bit and a regular 32-bit. 64 is for those on Office 2010 or 2013 running 64-bit Office. Okay, I'm running 32, so I'll open this one. You'll probably be prompted to enable macros, so I'll do that because I've written a lot of VBA code for this. Okay, so once this form starts, you'll see down here is the week. You'll see weeks 1 to 17. Okay, let's do week 1. Okay, as a pool administrator, typically you're going to be entering the spreads or getting them from the web somewhere. Okay, and that's what I've done here. So you can see that all the games for week 1. If you click this button here, I get from footballlocks.com. I get the spreads. Okay, or I can enter them manually. For example, if I was in week 2, for example, I can do this manually, 1.5, whatever. I can flip this button. It just flips the favorite and the underdog here. Okay, if you're doing it manually, you will need to click this button here called Commit the Spreads. Okay, if you're doing it from the web, it will do that automatically for you. Okay, so let me go back to week 1. So let's say you've done this now, you want to print the pick sheet so that players can make their picks and hand them back to you. Okay, so you can click this button here, pick sheet. Okay, I do find this a little temperamental sometimes. I go back and do this here. Pick sheet. Perfect. There it goes. Okay, so now you can simply just print that off. Okay, I'll do a print preview just to show you. You'll notice that the home teams are in caps, as well as there's gray. It just makes it visually easier to see, as well as the team record. This is in the preseason right now. So, for example, Seattle was 2-2 in the preseason. Okay, in their streaks. Let me close that. Now, if you want to do this as your mailing list, okay, you can repeat the same thing, but you can print this one here. Click this button here. It'll make the pick sheet as well. It'll open up Outlook automatically. There's everybody in your mailing list with their picks, okay, and it makes a PDF of that of the pick sheet there, okay. So players could simply maybe just do something like, picking Seattle and reply back to you that way for their picks, all right, and then you can just enter them into the system. So let me close that. Okay, I'll back in the program here. Okay, now to actually do the players' picks, okay, before I get into that, let me just show you this button here is for mail editing and managing your mailing list. So click on that. You'll see that every player who's in the pool is listed here, as well as whether or not they're actually to be on the mailing list. For example, Chris here doesn't get a mailing, but Charlene does, and here's your email address. If you need to edit a player here, okay, for example, Bonnie, I can type in her email here. Bonnie at, okay, and then click on plus. There she goes. Okay, now she's added in. So once I've done that here, click on player's pick. You notice the stuff that just shows up. Okay, now if I add, say, Ben's picks, okay, add their points, 44, I'll just make up a number here, and then I just start clicking the teams that they pick. Typically how I do this is I look down the favorites column on the sheet that they've handed in, and I just click these. Okay, now I fill in the dogs here. Okay, see the dogs button there? Fill in the dogs, bang. It chooses the ones that were not picked. So click the plus sign, their picks are now added in. Let's say you want to edit that Ben's picks. Maybe you made a mistake. Okay, if I go back to Ben, you'll see it loads. I'll choose Bears here instead of Buffalo, just hypothetically, and then just click the edit button. His picks are now in. If I go back and look at Ben's, you'll notice Bears are now chosen for him. Okay. Let's say I want to delete Ben's picks. He pulls out of the pool for whatever reason, or you enter the wrong player. This is the delete button here. Just delete. Click on that. Just confirm you do want to do that. Yes. And Ben's now out of the pool. Okay. When it comes to the grid, to see everybody else's picks for everybody, print that. Click on that button. It will generate this worksheet here for you that has every player in the pool, as well as the all the games, what the spread is, game date, and game time. Okay, so that I can simply print that. Okay, and the same thing if I want to do the mailing list for that, I can print this one here. It'll do the same thing. Okay, you'll notice it dumps the entire grid into the body of an email, as well as making a PDF to everyone that's on your mailing list there. Okay, let me close that. Now those PDFs that it's made, it makes them and it stores them right in the root of your My Documents. Okay, so if I go to my libraries, I go to my documents, you'll notice right here. Okay, 2 PDFs. So it has the season, like 2014, the company name, the NFL football pool. So you'll see them week 1, week 2, week 3, etc., etc. Okay, so then you can store them somewhere if you need to, or do whatever, email them again. Okay, hope you find this useful. Thanks. Bye.